Hey guys, Zach here, back with a video. This time we're taking our first look at Warhammer Champions. This is the campaign deck, which is basically the starter deck. For Order, there's 4 different ones, one for each of the Grand Alliances: Order, Death, Destruction, and Chaos. Mine's already opened because I actually got this at Gen Con, and I played in a tournament, a starter event, where you got more packs every time you won, so I got 2 extra packs. So that's why it's already opened. So on the back here, you can see 38 army card ready to fight. You get a booster pack inside. That's where one of these came from. And I'm assuming just that one card is exclusive to this deck. We'll look at it in a second inside. And you get the mat and the roll sheets and health counters. I don't know why there's 2, but there's 2 in there. You also have little reference cards and the other 4 decks. All that good stuff. The app is already out. It's the precursor app, so it's not the full game yet, but you can scan your cards right now so no one else can claim them. And so when the game does finally roll out, you can actually just transfer other cards over immediately. So inside you get the deck. Obviously I already have it taken out. And then you also get something. Come on. There we go. Inside you get a little reference card you can keep by for your first couple of games, so remind you what all the keywords in the game do. And you also get, just like Lightseekers, you get a tribute card, basically, but this is just called a booster card. So I don't know how exactly this works yet, because the full game isn't out yet. I don't know if every time you scan one of these you get a booster pack, or when you scan so many you get a booster pack. But I've already scanned this one, so I'll try and get it all in the light, and have you guys scan it if you would like to. Alright, hopefully that should work. And then inside you saw that we have the 2 life counters. They're double-sided, which is nice. You can use them as a coin to decide who goes first. There's no difference between them other than the image on the back or the front, whichever side you want that to be. They're a little bit too big for me. They had these for sale at Gen Con. These are little metal coins that you'll get in the Founders Pack if you got one of those. But I got an Order one, and these fit perfectly on the playmat here. So it's the perfect size for me. These are cool, but they're just a little bit too big, and I don't understand why there's 2, but whatever. Also, speaking of playmat, this is the exclusive one they had at Gen Con. I guess I can show you what's actually on it. You got some Stormcast on that side. On this side, you have some Chaos. Pretty cool mat. But yeah, obviously, if you didn't figure it out, the playmat and the coin don't come in this deck. I just had those out here to show you guys as well. So we'll look at the playmat first. You can tell I haven't even opened this up yet. There we go. Nice simple playmat, just 4 lanes basically. You can see little reminders on the side, and just like a Lightseekers mat, the health counter goes around the outside of the mat. And it's actually all themed to your order, so each deck has their own version of this playmat. Basically just so you can have that specific unit thing up there at the top, but it's also different color, which is nice. So there's nothing on the back of that, it's just white, so we'll set that in the back here. And then you also get the roll sheet, which is pretty nice. You have your quick rolls on the front on how to play the game. These are all available online for free. And the back has the more comprehensive rolls and turn breakdown and all that. Not really impressive to show on camera, so if you want to see those, you can go to the website. And like I said, you also get 1 booster pack in your deck, so we'll have to open these after we look at the cards in the deck, but we'll open those in a second. But speaking of the deck, I'll show you what you get. I've already scanned these in the app, so I'm not afraid to show you the whole card. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite me. You have your 4 champions. So let's start with the main guy here, Mr. Vanda's Hammerhand. So champions come in 2 flavors. They can come in a warrior or a wizard. And some of the really powerful guys are warriors and wizards at the same time. Only warriors can play units, and only wizards can play spells. That's the way that works. So usually champions will have a tag on here, just like Lightseekers cards, so other things will reference them whenever you play. You can see his champion, his name there. The little U there means he's unique, so I can't have 2 copies of him. Otherwise, I can always have 2 of a champion in my deck. But he's unique, so only 1 of him. The red circle is how much you add to your life. So you start with 30 life, and then based on what champions you bring, you add to that. So, for instance, if I have Vandus on my team, I'll have 2 more life to start with. And the green number is the points, or the cost of the champion. You can only bring a total of up to 20 points worth of champions. So for instance, with these guys here, I have 6, 6, 1, and 4. So that's 12, 16, 17's worth of points. So you don't have to make it exactly 20, you just have 20 points maximum. So they have an effect in the bottom here, like pretty self-explanatory. But the sides here are quest icons. So when you start the game, you actually go through back and forth placing your champions down. And it's actually really important in this game. It's not like Lightseekers, you just have a hero slot and that's it. Where you put your heroes matters. So a lot of, there's some cards, I think there's a Chaos card that says like it does more damage to wizards in the same column. So if I put my wizard down and my opponent's playing Chaos and he has that card, he can then choose to put his in front of that, and that there's nothing I can do about it. But it is balanced because first person plays their card, the second player plays 2 cards, so now I have a counter I can play. I play 2 cards, and then 1 and 1. But they'll go on the field, and then throughout your turns, you'll be fulfilling these quests and rotating your card, just like cards rotate in Lightseekers. And if you rotate all the way around, you get a blessing card, which are these guys we'll talk about in a second. And you definitely want those, because they are all good. They're just good. So different champions require different quest icons, so this is do a damage. That is play any unit. That is remove a card. That's do damage again. And we'll look at the Lord Elector here, just as our next example. So he's a wizard, you can tell by the blue border here. So that means the only one in this deck that can cast spells is the Lord Elector. And he has a -1, so we start with 1 less health when we have him in our army. His icons are to heal, cast a spell, use an ability, and cast a spell. Then we have the Knight Heralder. This guy is actually really good in this deck. He can rotate a Stormcast 1 step forwards, and his icons are to play a Stormcast card, play a Stormcast unit, play any unit, and then do an ability. Then we just have a Liberator Prime, kind of a basic guy, just 1 health and 1 cost, no effect. Do a damage, play a unit, play an ability, play a Stormcast unit for his quests. And you can see some of these guys have little icons on the bottom of their cards. That's basically showing you what this card refers to. So the dot is the card itself, and then if it's green, it's talking about your cards, if it's red, it's talking about your opponent's cards. So for instance, when this champion or card controlled by this champion grants you 4 more health, you may rotate a highlighted unit 1 step backwards. Talking about these guys. So for instance, I'll use this playmat I have back here. If this guy was here, he could rotate this unit or this unit. That's what the little highlight box means down there. So yeah, those are the 4 champions that come in the deck. When you build your own deck, you just bring any 4 you want. They have to be from the same alliance. So this is the gold means it's from Order Alliance. As long as it doesn't go over 20 points, and you can't have more than 2 copies of a card unless they're unique, and you can only have 1 copy of a card. So then we have the blessings. You also bring 4 of these. There's no points cost or anything on these. They just have to be generic ones or from your alliance. So these, like I said, will go under your champion. And when your champion does a full rotation, you get the card underneath it. You shuffle these up randomly and put them on the field so you don't know which champion has which blessing, but you know which 4 you brought to the table. So this blessing is an instant. As soon as you get it, you do what it says and then turn it face down. This one's 4 damage to your opponent, increase it by 5 if the highlighted champion is disengaged. Disengage means it's that if the champion has nothing in front of it, like a spell or a unit, that means it's disengaged. And we have Healing Storm. This is a rotating blessing, just like buffs and Lightseekers. It heals you for 3, and then 2, and then 2, and then 2. And when it gets all the way back around, it just gets turned face down. We have another instant one, 6 damage to your opponent, gain 2 health. And then the exclusive card. I guess we can tell by the little E down there. You have Stormforge. This is a passive blessing, so that means it's face up forever when you get it. It affects all of your allies, and you can see when a highlighted Stormcast unit leaves play, draw a card. I'm not too sure about this one yet. I've only played a couple games with it, but by the time you get blessings out, that doesn't matter a lot. But at least for me, every time it comes to the point where we're starting to get blessings out, it's already towards the end of the game, so I don't know how much this will help, but we'll see. Alright, and then so you build a 30-card deck, just like Lightseekers, 3 copies of a card, and it can only be your alliance in generic cards. So I just have them separated out by what types they are. So we have units first. Strike Force Liberator. I'm not going to read all the cards, just going to touch over the important ones. Star Drake. This one's awesome. I love this card. You have 1 Hurricane Raptor. 2 Disruptive Liberators. 2 Paladin Decimators. 2 Paladin Protectors. 2 Long Strike Raptors, and 2 Alpha Griff Chargers. I should probably explain what a unit is before I show you all of them. So units behave pretty much exactly like buffs in Lightseekers, but only your warrior champions can play them. So in this deck, it's everybody but the Lord Relector. So you put a unit in front of your champion in the action slot, and then it will just behave like a buff. When it comes to your turn, the first thing you do is your battlefield phase. You rotate all of your buffs. You rotate all of your units. It's going to get hard to get used to. And you trigger them just like you would buffs in Lightseekers. They're not like creatures and magic or anything like that. They don't have health and defense. They behave just like buffs in Lightseekers. So then we have these spells. So only the Lord Relector can cast these. You have Mystic Shield, Stand Fast, Righteousness. There's 2 Warding Lights and 2 Arcane Bolts. And then for the abilities, anybody can play abilities unless it specifically calls for a certain type. Like this is only a warrior ability. And you can also play them, even if you're controlling a unit, you can play them over it. But you still have a champion that's playing them. But you can't use abilities if your champion's casting the spell, because they're concentrating on the spell and they can't be interrupted, basically. So Brutal Smash, just 2 damage, and they do 6 damage if they have a big hand. Tactical Formation lets you swap your champions around on your board. Opportunity Strike, 2 damage, and if he has nobody in play, it's 5 damage. 2 of those. Restoring the Forge can only be played by a Stormcast champion, which all these guys are. You can show up to 4 Stormcast units from your deck from your discard pile into your deck. Gift to Sigmar, gain 1 health, or a bunch more health if you have Stormcast. There's 2 Triumphant Smash. For this deck, there's multiple champions that require to remove a card. These cards are super important because for Vandus here, one of his quest icons is to remove a card. And as far as I know, this is the only card in the deck that can remove a card. So you cannot complete Vandus' quest without using this card, basically. So this card's important. And you have 2 Piercing Shots, which do 3 rend damage, which basically just means their opponent's cards can't reduce the effects. So this deck is a lot of fun. Like I said, I played a couple games with it, and I'm loving the game so far. I just can't wait to play more. I can't wait till the app is out so I can play whenever I want to. And I definitely can't wait to get some more decks, too. And I'll absolutely have gameplay videos up of this deck soon. I don't know exactly when. I have to have a friend come over and help me play. But they'll be up soon, I promise. Alright, so finally, I can crack these packs. I've been holding on to these packs for, a week now. And it's been killing me not to open them, but I finally get to open them. So we'll just look at it really quick. 13 Augmented Reality Trading Cards. Nothing crazy to look at as far as I know. Let's get them open. Alright, by the way, the backs are just like Secret cards. They're matte. They have like a matte finish to them. You can see the highlights there. It's super good. Alright, first pack. Let's see what we got. We got a Warding Light. We already got one of those. Stormstrike Fulminator. Corners 1 and 2 reduce damage, and then corners 3 is deal damage. Okay, that's pretty cool. Sweeping Namarti Thrall. Alright. Ooh, it's our first death card. Crypt Shield Black Knight. That's the same thing as a Fulminator, actually. Reduce damage and do damage. That's a Chaos card, Demonic Fury. Can be played by Demon Champion, 2 damage to yourself, 5 damage to the opponent. That sounds like a Chaos thing. Got another Griff Charger. Born from Blood. This is a death spell again that does something with vampires. Brutal Smash. Hungry Fell Bats, another death card. Coven Throne, I think that's our rare, I think. Yeah, I'm going to assume that's our rare. Oh, this is a champion. Okay, so this is a warrior wizard like I was talking about. This guy is both. That's why he costs 10. So his ability is he can look at 2 highlighted, unrevealed blessings and swap their positions. That's kind of cool, actually. So you can wait until your opponent's about to get a blessing off and then peek at them and give him the worst one. It's still going to be good, but you can pick at least. That's pretty cool. We have, hey, we got a destruction card. We got some Oryx. Massive Choppa War Boss. Another champion. That's cool. Damage from highlighted abilities is done with Rend. That's pretty good, actually. Blessed Weapons. And Rune-marked Deathbringer. Awesome. Okay. Next pack. Alright. Rallying Cry. Oh, wait a second. Oh, that is foil. I didn't realize it was foil. Oh, awesome. Oh, I didn't realize it was foil. Okay, we got foil cards too. Rallying Cry. Twisting Screamer. That's gross. Mob Rule. Paladin Decimator. Stomping Maw Crusher. Frenzied Warbear. Warboar, not Warbear. Skeleton Warriors. Stacking is a thing in this game. Basically, you can, if they have the stacking tag, you can stack cards on top of each other, and then the other cards will be support. So this one would be corner damage, increase it by 1 per support. So if you had a card underneath it, that would be 2 damage, 1 damage, 1 damage. If you had 3 cards underneath it, that'd be 4 damage, 3 damage, so on. Crypt Shield Skeletons. Reckless Inspiration. Here's our rare. Pain-Induced Fury. When you receive damage from highlighted ally, deal corner damage to your opponent. Cool, so a lot of chaos stuff hurts you, so every time you get hurt, you get to do some damage to your opponent too. That's nice. Lord Veritant, another champion for Order. This unit can deploy beast units. Oh, that's awesome. So he's a wizard. So he can deploy beast units, and he can still cast spells. That's cool. And he actually gets his icons for playing beast cards. Strength from Victory. And Auric Scrappers is the foil. Super nice. Alright. Last pack. Alright. Grot Slashes. Haven't seen a Grot in a while. Pink Horror Conjurer. Rallying Cry. Bat Swarm. Lightning Strike. Comet Strike. Upping it up a little bit. Light of Sigmar. Summon Daemon. Sanction. And then rare is Skull Icon Bearer. He's got like a cool border around his text. Is that normal? It's normal. I'm just insane. Okay. And then Zinch's Fortune. Reaping Chain Wraith, Champion for Death. And our last one is, ooh, a Foil Righteousness. That's definitely going in my deck, because I'm going to be playing Order. Sweet! Alright, just to show you guys how the scanning works in this. Alright, so we'll turn that down. Like I said, this is a This is called the Precursor app. So eventually the full game will be in here to play, just like the Lightseeker's digital game. But right now it's not, and right now you can just scan your cards and make sure you claim them, basically. So we'll go to Scan Card, and I'll get this Righteousness here. And I have to hold it so I'm not covering the card. There we go, and that's mine. So now it's level 1 card, and I've claimed it. And the scanning, I feel like they've worked on it a lot since Lightseekers, because it works so much better now. It's super quick. So you can just go through all of your cards really quick and claim all of them before someone else does. Just like that. And then you can play videos, which is the video tutorials on how to play the game. You can do early access, which does take you to the website and tells you how to get into early access, basically. And you can look at all the cards in the game as well. That's all it's in there right now, but eventually, like I said, you'll be able to play the full game and all that good stuff. And I guess if you want to add me, that's my code. I don't know how to add people yet, but that's there. Alright, so that's it for this video. If you guys can't tell, I'm sick, so I'm gonna go get some sleep. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys didn't see my Gen Con haul video, I'll put it in the description. And go leave a comment on that video of what you want me to review next. Because I got way too much stuff and I have no idea where to go. So help me out. Alright, that's it for me. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, have a nice day.